Let me see here. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 10 of the NFL season. We made it. We made it. All right. The season's coming just as fast as it took forever to get here. I'm your good old host, JR. As always, my good partner in crime, Brandon, from the famous podcast, Brandon Janot Show, and Jax Wild. What's going on, Brandon?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Just looking at these games and some interesting ones. Some very interesting ones. It's going to be very interesting to see what the people got to say and everything. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. How are you doing?
Doing good. These games are a little bit shaky, especially the game that I'm more interested in. Now it just got a little more, depressing, but okay.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm ready whenever you are, man. You ready to kick things off?
Let's do it.
Okay, man. We got Thursday night action tomorrow. We have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Now, very interesting nugget that I just found out about this game. The last 3 times the Ravens have met the Dolphins, the Ravens have outscored them 137-16. Yeah. The Ravens have had the Dolphins number. And I do not expect that to change. I'm going to go Baltimore tomorrow, right out of the gate. I got Baltimore right out of the gate. Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to see good cornerback play, tune in tomorrow. I mean, Xavier Howard, Marlon Humphrey, really good corners. If you're expecting to see a good game, this ain't for you, my man. But I'm going to go Baltimore here.
These Thursday night games are a little tricky. They're very freaking tricky.
Yeah, I know it.
Unlike that, I'm still going Baltimore. The last time Lamar Jackson played the Miami Dolphins in Miami, he torched them for 300 yards passing, ran for 100.
Yeah.
It had 5 touchdowns before the halftime. I'm pretty sure he's gonna probably do that again. I'm not an expert. I'm not predicting it. I'm kind of sure he's gonna do it again.
We're not playing. We're just saying this is kind of what happens every time the Ravens meet the Dolphins. It just seems like the Dolphins can never figure it out. It's like
if you forget, that was the year. That was literally his first year of starting. And the first game was Miami in Miami, and he literally threw for he had 7 total touchdowns by himself.
Yeah.
I expect the same results tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, and the thing is, the Dolphins are just going through a weird phase right now where it's like they're not trusting Brian Flores. We're not even sure if Tua is going to be the quarterback. I'm not sure if the franchise believes in Tua, but yeah, it's just a weird get up from the get go. So give me Baltimore, and it seems like we got the Ravens on this one. So next up, the Falcons taking on the Cowboys. Now, weird enough, the Falcons have started. They did start 1-3. They are now at 4-4, and they actually look pretty good. I mean, they're okay. They're nothing to brag about, but they're okay. Cordell Patterson, it looks like Arthur Smith figured out the secret. How do you use them? Kyle Pitts, I still think it was a mistake for Atlanta to take him, but they're reaping the benefits of a young superstar tight end, future superstar tight end, and the Dallas Cowboys are they're going to go to Dallas, where Dallas laid a total egg against the Denver Broncos last week. At home. No less. At home. I don't think that's going to happen 2 weeks in a row. So, Brandon, how about them Cowboys? Give me the Dallas Cowboys over the Atlanta Falcons.
I just want to say, the last time Dallas played Atlanta had a lead. Atlanta had a lead in that whole entire game, and then two outside kicks, and Dallas won the game. I'm pretty sure after getting beat 30-0 at one point in this game.
Yeah.
Getting beat 30-0 at one point in the entire game. I'm pretty sure Dallas is going to win this game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They're at home. And we forget, Atlanta did let the Saints come back. They should have put us away last week. That was the easiest layup game I've ever seen for a blowout to happen. And they let us come back, not in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter. We scored like 19 unanswered points.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I mean, to give up 19 unanswered in the fourth, it's like, oof.
Tough, and to be honest, if you really think about it, if we would have maybe converted that 2-point conversion, we probably go into overtime. We don't know what the hell happens in overtime.
Oh man.
So,
well, like I said,
you won, like but your team in the fourth quarter is still shaky to me. But it doesn't matter because Dallas is going to run the ball and control clock and just absolutely dominate you.
That's the case. That should be the case. But like I said, I think it's just all depending on how. Like, I don't think Dallas is going to drop 2 home games in a row, especially the way they played last week. And, people forget last year, Atlanta could have beaten Dallas at Dallas had they recovered that onside kick. But Atlanta was just being Atlanta. Exactly. And like I said, I just don't think Dallas is going to give up 2 home games like that. That would be very alarming to the rest of the NFL.
And people forget that was Dallas' first win of the season last year against Atlanta.
Yeah, so I don't think I don't think they dropped 2 in a row. So it looks like we both got the Cowboys in this one. Now here's a game where I think it should be the Sunday night game. To me, I think they should have flexed this. We got the Cleveland Browns taking on the New England Patriots. Now, Cleveland, amazing. They looked amazing last week. No Odell Beckham Jr., no problem. They put up 41 on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Patriots, their offense is never going to blow up anybody. It's never going to scare anybody. But apparently you don't need offense when your defense can score touchdowns for you as well. I mean, 19 points per game is the Patriots' defense is all they're giving up this year. That is the 4th best in the NFL. It's crazy to think that they're only giving up 19 points a game. And there's teams actually doing better than that. That's crazy to think that. Now, say what you want. Mac Jones isn't the answer, but I do like the Patriots defense. And I think they're going to find a way to shut down Nick Chubb and force Baker to throw and keep doing the same thing. I think what it was one of those, okay, that was against a Cincinnati defense, which is good. Now let's see if you can do it against an elite defense like the New England Patriots, which is why I'm going to go New England over Cleveland on this game. It should be exciting. I think it should be exciting, but I've got Patriots over this one.
You already know my stance on this. This reminds me of 2001 New England Patriots. Tom Brady, just stay steady. Don't fuck up the game plan. And we're going to let our defense and the running game win.
Yeah.
This is kind of what this feels like. Mac Jones, don't fuck up the game plan. Let our defense and our running game control clock and control the offense, and we're good. And we don't know if Nick Chubb is playing. He's got COVID.
Well, I know he's vaccinated, but I know he has to do 2 negative tests in a row. So we'll see how that goes.
We shall see by Sunday. But I just don't trust Baker Mayfield against Bill Belichick. And I'm going New England because of that. The Baker Mayfield is not going to do what he did against, Zach Taylor in Cincinnati Bengals to a Bill Belichick-led defense. That is never going to happen. Even if Nick Chubb plays, I do not believe Cleveland is going to control clock and win that game. It doesn't happen. I think New England wins. And I think actually New England wins in a blowout, to be honest with you. I think New England.
I wouldn't say blowout. I think
it's going to be a blowout.
I hope it's not.
Because it's going to be like 26-7. So whatever you want to count that. But I think New England scores at least 26, 27 points. Cleveland scores 7. I don't trust Baker Mayfield to pull a trigger in that type of game. Baker Mayfield is going to have to be the guy. And I don't think he's got that in him.
I'll give Cleveland a little bit better chances. I'm going to go 28-17. I think they're going to I think they'll surprise somebody, and I think there might be a garbage touchdown in there for Cleveland. So, I mean, I know it's tough, but I'll give Cleveland a little bit of a shot. I think Cleveland has a little bit of hope in there somewhere.
I said let's go 7.
Oh, well.
I'm not going 10 extra points. That's just crazy.
How generous of you.
Huh?
All right. So it looks like we got the Patriots, and how generous of you giving Cleveland a touchdoall. Look at you. Christmas has come early, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, they're not going to get past midfield most of the game, so they're going to get at least 8 touchdowns.
All right, here we go then. Looks like we both got the Patriots on this one too. Next game, we're just gonna move it along. Bills Jets. Who you got?
We can't move it along because we thought that last week and the fucking Bills lost, so we can't kind of move it along.
We can move it along. Listen, as bad as it was that the Bills lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're gonna take the pressure on somebody. And like I said last week, somebody's gonna have to catch these hands. Unfortunately, it's the Jets, and they want to prove that they're still the best team in the division. What better to prove that than a team in a division who's going to start Mike White, not the second overall pick in the draft, Mike White, look, I'm going to call it right now. If Mike White can play really well against this Buffalo Bills defense, I mean, he showed that he was playing really well against the Colts defense. If he plays really well for the Jets against the Buffalo Bills defense, if I'm Robert Saleh, I look at Zach Wilson and be like, well, the quarterback draft class isn't going to be any good. Hey, Pittsburgh. Hey, you guys want to give up a couple seconds, maybe a third? You know, I got Zach Wilson here. I know you need a quarterback, so why don't you give me one of your 2-2s there, huh? How about that? You want a quarterback? Hey, I got one for you. So, but I'm still going to go Bills here. It's the Buffalo Bills. It's the New York Jets. That's the analysis.
I don't know if Mike White is even playing. I know he got taken out the game.
I think Robert Saleh said today that Mike White is going to start.
Okay, so Mike White's starting, but Zach Wilson isn't. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I know it kind of feels weird that kind of gives the Jets like a little bit of an extra.
Yeah, that gives them way more hope. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Listen, I think the Jets actually have more energy with Mike White, but I still think after what happened last week, the only thing that saved Buffalo from not being the talk of the town is the Dallas Cowboys and the Rams and like just the teams that you would assume would win those games lost
as well.
Like that's the only thing that saved Buffalo from not just getting called out. Like you lost to Jacksonville, and on top of that, Trevor Lawrence was out for like 2 or 3 quarters. Like it's not like you lost to the number 1 overall pick. You lost to a dude that was not even in the game for most of the game.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
And Josh Allen made Josh Allen look like a normal quarterback.
Yeah, it was very weird to see that Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like I get NFL, or like I looked at my NFL app, and I'm like, NFL, are you drunk? Like,
I literally looked on ESPN, and it was like Josh Allen picked off Josh Allen. Josh Allen forced Josh Allen to fumble. I'm like, huh?
Is ESPN drunk?
I was like, huh? What
yeah, exactly. It was one of those. It was just one of those deals where it's like I don't think the Bills and the Jaguars can play enough. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I want you to know. I got Buffalo winning this game. I think actually Buffalo's going to come out sluggish. To be honest with you, and then they're just going to blow the doors off the hinges. But other than that,
that's sort of my thing. You know, when we talked about on yesterday was, man, the Bills should be running away with this division, but now it's like, dude, they're trying to play 1-on-1 with New England, and it's like you better be careful.
Yeah,
Buffalo might be the better team, but if they get caught slipping again, New England can take over just as quick.
And they haven't really played yet, Buffalo, New England. So I mean, they got nothing but time. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Buffalo better watch out, and they better take care of business this Sunday, because if not, this is going to be a very interesting conversation come Monday morning. So
yeah,
we'll see. Next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Washington football team. Washington, they have allowed 286 passing yards per game. That is the most in the NFL. And guess who's coming to town? The number 1 passing leader in this season. Give me Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. I got Tampa, but I'm going to be honest. This is one of those games Tampa is going offensive line. This is one of those games Washington's going to finally show up defensively. That front 4 is going to finally show up. I think Chase Young is going to get to Tom Brady because they're motivated. This is one of those games that you have to be motivated for. You're playing against the defending champs. To be honest, you probably could have beat them before they got on the road in their playoffs.
Yeah.
In Washington. So,
I mean, there was a chance.
There was a chance. I mean, Tyler Heineken at one point was outplaying a little bit of Tom Brady. Like, he was outplaying him in a playoff game. Like, it happened. But, yeah, I think Tampa wins, but I don't think it's going to be like a super blowout. Like, I think Tampa wins the game, but it's not a blowout. I think that, like I said, Chase Young gets at least a sack or two. And that front four finally shows up for Washington. Now, I don't believe that everybody else is going to show up for Washington.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But that front four is going to show up because I think Tom Brady is going to eventually be Tom Brady, and he's going to win a game. So, yeah, Tampa wins.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I think Washington is building something because it's not that Washington's bad. They just don't know how to finish games yet because they're still a young team. The defense is only going to get better from here. And we already know what Terry McLaurin can do. We already know what Antonio Gibson can do. And Taylor Heinicke looks like he could be the future, of Washington. I mean, he's there. I mean, he just has to keep proving it every single week. It's just, we'll see.
I will say, before Washington went on their bye week, they did definitely give Green Bay a hard game. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think
didn't have like 4 turnovers, they probably would have won that game.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think what it is they're just young and they still need time to develop together. And I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think it's going to be next year. But I think Washington, they're building something, and I think they have one more solid draft. I mean, we're talking they could be, competitive. I mean, they're already competitive now. I think they're just going to be more competitive down the road. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But it looks like we both got the Buccaneers on this one. So far, we have agreed in every game. Now, here's the game where I think we're going to disagree on. And unfortunately, it had to be your team. We have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tennessee Titans. Now, Tennessee has won 5 in a row after starting 2-2. And they had an impressive win against the Los Angeles Rams last Sunday night. And when everybody thought, because Derrick Henry's gone, here we go. Here's the downfall of the Titans. They went to Los Angeles. They went to Inglewood. And, as they like to say in Inglewood, whose house? Well, it was the Titans' house that night, apparently. And the Saints, kind of a little bit of a letdown. After that amazing victory over Tampa Bay, they let it go against the Falcons. So I'm going to start off with you, Brandon. Who do you got, Saints or Tennessee?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You.
Even with Elvin being out, I still got the Saints.
Okay.
We have the best run defense in the league. People just don't see it. Like, we
give up the run. And that's a shame.
Because Adrian Peterson and Jamie McNichols and the other running back they got, I don't know who he is. They're not running the ball. So, again, Ryan Tannehill is going to have to throw the ball. Now, I will agree, our secondary is very goddamn shaky. But here's my thing. I knew we were going to probably lose that game against Atlanta because we always do. We lose. We get hyped for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers games, the Carolina games, and then we play Atlanta because Atlanta is so bad right now. We don't focus on it. And then they come in and beat us. Now, here's the thing. We did come back. When usually I would think that, okay, it's 24-6, third quarter, Sean Payton's going to mail it in. It's over. No, Trevor Siemian actually played really well. Pretty good to come back and damn near take the lead. He took the lead at one point. It was only 38 seconds now. Defensively got tired because of you can't be on the field for damn near most of the game, and then you have to stop them for one play. And, of course, they beat you over the top. So it's just like, I believe even if Alvin Kamara does or doesn't play, I think Taysom Hill will be more of a factor in this game. I think that opens up Mark Ingram. And the difference between the Rams and us is we're going to find a way to run the ball. And I think the Rams did not, because they were so down so fast. It just didn't make any sense to run the ball. I think we're going to always run the ball. We're always going to control clock. That's why I got us. I think it's going to be a slug fight. I think it's not going to be just a blowout or either way it goes. I think it's going to be a fight through the end. But I think we just pull away late, and that's just how I feel. Because it's crazy to say I trust Trevor Siemian more than I trust Ryan Tannehill. But
yeah, and that's actually one of the biggest comments we've been getting today is, we have one comment here. They're saying Kamara has a knee issue and didn't practice. Well, he didn't practice. Now, I'm not worried about it today, but if it comes to Friday, tomorrow and Friday, if he don't practice, then it's like, okay, he ain't playing.
Yeah.
He ain't playing. So, with that being said, look, I'm gonna give Tennessee all the props in the world, all the props. And I should have said this, on our show on Tuesday. I think I was just more disappointed in Buffalo, and I was just more impressed with Green Bay. But now looking at Tennessee, losing Derrick Henry, and then all the questions in the world that can Indy catch up. Now, it's not to say that it's impressive, because Tennessee should outright win this division. It's just impressive to know that they looked really well without Derrick Henry last week. And the defense finally stepped up.
Yes.
Now, do I trust them to do it again? No. Eventually, Ryan Tannehill's going to have to prove that he can win the games for you. And there's times that he's shown that he cannot. And I think the Saints are going to find a way. Put it this way. The Saints defensive unit will always figure out a way to take out your best strategy on how you play your game. That's what the Saints do. And I think the Saints are going to find a way to minimize Jerry McCollis and then Adrian Peterson. They're going to figure out a way to stop that. They're going to figure out a way how to get Ryan Tannehill quick. And then it's just going to be bad. It's just going to be a bad night for everybody, for Tennessee, which is why I'm going New Orleans as well. I just have a lot of more faith in the Saints defense than I do the Titans trying to pull out another one to look good. Like, I don't know if they can pull it back-to-back weeks.
And Ryan Tannehill's had Julio Jones out or A.J. Brown out. So it's not like he's had his receivers either. So it's kind of just like, we don't know. You're rolling the dice every week with those two guys too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I got the Saints. Defensively, I just think our defense is just – if we can hold our ground, eventually Sean Payton will call the right plays and get us in the end zone. I hope and pray.
Well, yeah.
Like I said.
It'll work. I think it'll work too. And I think this week, though, I think the Saints will bounce back as well. So We'll see. Now, next game, well, technically these next two games, we're just going to roll right along. Jaguars, Colts.
Colts.
Okay, Colts. Yeah, it's just, listen, Jaguars, you finally won your first game in the States after 400 days. Good job. They've won more games in London the last 4 years than they ever have in the States. So, okay, good shit. The Colts have scored 25-plus points 6 straight games. And I think Carson Wentz is starting to find his groove. And I think that's what's making it dangerous for the Colts. That could be a sleeper for a wild card. And that's a very scary wild card team if they make it that far. So, we'll see. Next, Lion Pride, Detroit, taking on Steel City, Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh, they got a win over Chicago due to circumstances,
Yeah.
due to unfortunate circumstances by the Chicago Bears.
It was a bullshit call, but yeah.
Okay, I mean, it was definitely different circumstances. I will say that it was one of those oh my god type of moments. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But like I said, I think Detroit's just gonna have to find a way to keep digging for a first win of the year. I got Pittsburgh, and besides, Pittsburgh, since the Super Bowl era has started, they're 13-2 against Detroit. It's gonna go to 14-2. Give me the Steelers over the Detroit Lions.
It's going 13-3. I got Detroit.
Oh my god!
I got Detroit.
What?
Yes,
oh my god!
I got Detroit.
Oh my god!
I think Detroit plays up to that competition. I think when you play Philly, and Philly just got blown out by the Raiders, you don't play them well because you're like, oh, we could just do this. I think bye week, Detroit got it at the right time. And they play better on the road. They don't play good at home. They play better on the road. And I think Pittsburgh might be feeling themselves just a little bit too much.
Now, I can see where you're going with this. Detroit had a bye week. The Steelers are on a short week.
But I also believe the running game of Detroit. I saw Justin Fields literally run the hell out the ball against Pittsburgh. I think with a true running back like DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, and if Jared Goff could just, good God, keep the damn ball out of the Pittsburgh Steelers' hands, either that be a pick or a fumble, Detroit wins this game. I just trust Detroit's defense to come through at some point because I still don't trust Pittsburgh's offensive line. I damn sure don't trust Big Ben. I'm going Detroit.
Okay. Yeah, it's not so much I trust either offense right now. I just trust Pittsburgh's defense to really give Jared Goff and that offensive line a really long, hard night. They're going to.
But I feel like we can say the same thing about Detroit's defense because, like I said, the Rams game, Detroit's defense was there.
It was there. It was there.
And I think having a bye week and now getting embarrassed like they got embarrassed, I think Detroit's defense wakes up and they kind of show everybody like Pittsburgh. Put it this way. I think Big Ben's going to throw like 3 picks. He's going to have 3 turnovers. Big Ben on his own is going to have 3 turnovers.
Yeah, but I mean, how many of those are going to go for pick sixes? I think with Jared Goff, it's like guaranteed it's going to be a pick six.
Jared Goff is just Jared Goff. I can't really pinpoint him. He's just Jared Goff. I can't help him. But everybody else, I believe that they will do their job, and I think actually they get a kickoff return.
Okay,
kickoff off.
We'll see. I mean, not to say that Detroit doesn't have any talent. Not to say that they don't. It's just Pittsburgh. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird.
Oh, it's definitely weird.
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, like I said, I got the Steelers. It looks like you got the Lions. I never thought you were going to say the Lions at any point of this year. So
Lions pride, baby. Lions pride. Woo!
Yeah, go Lions. God, watch. This is the week, and at the Steelers, I don't think you want to be. I don't think you want to be that.
You know it's gonna be the week. You know it's gonna be the week. You know it.
I don't think you want to be that team that loses to these Detroit Lions. I don't think you want to be that team. And if you're the Steelers, it's like, oh no, you're gonna get you should get every fucking wrath.
I feel like Pittsburgh is feeling themselves. They're second now in the division, and I think they're gonna hit that wall, and Detroit's gonna be the first one to collect it. I think they're going to hit that mid-season wall, and Detroit's going to be the first ones to let them know, yeah, you're not really going to the playoffs. We were just playing with you.
Oh, man. You lost to us? You lost to us? Yeah, you don't need to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be like the Buffalo moment. Like, you lost to Jacksonville? You're going to be like, well, Pittsburgh lost to Detroit. So
what do you want? What sounds worse now? I'm looking at the circumstances now. All right, we'll see what happens there. It looks like you got the Lions. I got the Steelers. Let us know in the comments who you think wins between, I can't believe I'm saying this, Detroit or Pittsburgh. Oh, my God. Now, next game, however, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, both offenses can put up a lot of points. It's just, and the same thing with the defense, they give up a lot of points. But when you look at the Chargers this year, do you know that Justin Herbert is actually playing better against teams that are in the NFC than he is in the AFC? Every team that is in the NFC he's played so far, 330 plus passing yards. Which is why I'm going to go Chargers here. I'm going to go Chargers. It's just, look, man, it's just, I think the Chargers need to find their groove again. And I think I hate to say this, but I think the Minnesota Vikings are just a punching bag at this point. You're good, but we need to take our frustration out. And I know you're going to give us a little bit of a challenge. But then we're going to beat you guys and we're going to feel good about it. And I think that's the Minnesota Vikings this year. I think the Minnesota Vikings are just a punching bag of the NFL. So give me the Los Angeles Chargers over the Minnesota Vikings.
I had the Chargers winning this game. I don't trust Kirk Cousins, and I would never trust Kirk Cousins. I don't give a damn how good he looks every week. He is just not that.
That is my fantasy quarterback, by the way.
I know he is, but he is not my guy.
That is my guy. That's my guy. He's playing really well. Like, look, Kirk Cousins is playing really well.
He's being Kirk Cousins until you get him on a primetime football game, and then he is Kirk Cousins from Michigan State.
Yeah,
it's like oh, man. It's not. He's not the guy. I think Justin Herbert, like you said, at home. Last time the last time they were at home before the bye week, they played the Patriots and got beat.
Yeah.
So I think last week against Philly, when Philly gave them everything they could, they found a way to win that game. I think that kind of woke them up, and I think the Chargers win because of that.
And give props to Philly.
Yes.
Because Philly had no reason to be in that game so close, and they made it. They made it a very lovable
game.
Their
head coach suck at calling timeouts, though. My God, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was a bad time. But
it was like a minute 30. They had no timeouts. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Now, I will say this though for the Chargers. I just think that right now, it's just not good. Like for Minnesota right now, I don't know what Minnesota is. Like, you want to be a passing team? Do you want to be a run team? Do you want to be a blitz team? Do you want to be a coverage team? Like, there's no identity with the Minnesota Vikings. Like, they don't have it. Like, I see them, and there's weeks I see them, and like, man, they're scoring by the bunches. And then there's weeks I see them, and I'm like, man, they're like running when they should be passing. Like, there's just no consistency there. And I think this is why Mike Zimmer is on the hot seat, because of that reason. And, granted, he's a good head coach, and he did everything he could for the Minnesota Vikings. I just think now it's like, hey, man, come back to the defensive coordinator side of things, and he'll shape you up. He'll shape you up.
And I think this might be the last week Dalvin Cook plays.
I don't think he plays, and for the reason people are wondering, like, well, why is this to me last week? Well, it's because of the whole
Yeah, I don't think he gets suspended. I think he goes in like the commissioner's exempt list.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to describe it. Like,
yeah, that's kind of like a weird
kidnapping, or would you describe it as abuse?
I don't know. Like it just happened. Like what, last night?
Yeah,
that came down. So it's gonna be weird the next couple of days. But I don't
even know what you would want to call it. Like, you want to call it domestic abuse? Do you want?
I don't know what to call it.
Or do you want to call it kidnapping? Do you want to call it hostile? Like, and here's the thing:
if all of those things are true that she said about him, though, he is. Yeah, it's not even. He's done.
And the thing is, as well, it's like, they try to twist it to make it sound like he was the victim as well.
Yeah, I thought that was dumb.
I was so confused by this. I was like, excuse me? What? Like, I don't know what you want to call it, but I think Dalvin Cook has way bigger problems than a Chargers defense right now. So, and like I said, not to give any diss to Madison, because Madison has shown his worth.
Madison
and
he
deserves a contract. Whether it's Minnesota or somebody else.
He deserves a starting deal. He needs a starting job. He deserves a starting gig by himself to see what he really can be.
Because he's doing amazing things.
Yes.
Like when Delvin can't go, Madison, there's no beat missing. And he's just a really good back that deserves a shot somewhere. So, but I think this week it's just the Chargers are going to be too much for him. Now.
I agree.
Next game is going to be a little bit of an interesting one. We got the Panthers taking on the Cardinals. Now,
is it really interesting?
Well, it's interesting due to the fact that the Panthers have actually won the last 5 games against Arizona by plus 10 points. This is a new Arizona team, though.
Yeah.
And even without J.J. Watt there, they actually looked better. Defensively, like, that's weird to say that they looked up better without JJ. So, I mean, here's the thing: if the Arizona Cardinals defense goes out and proves again that their defense is just better than JJ Watt, then what is JJ Watt playing for? So, for me, I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one only due to the fact that, I don't know the effect of Brian Burns' injury because of the whole Mac Jones thing, which was kind of dirty in a sense. It was very. Very uncalled for. Let's put it that way. And, I don't know. I don't know who's the quarterback for the Panthers. Is it Sam Darnold? Is it PJ Walker? Are they going to sign somebody off the street? I mean, I do not know. And I do not think that the Panthers even know who the quarterback is either, and which is why. And even without Kyler Murray or D-Hop, I mean, the Cardinals still look freaking good. So I'm going to go Arizona with this one.
This is an easy one. I'm going Arizona easy. Look, last week against San Francisco, Arizona showed me that they could still win a game. Cliff Kingsbury is coach of the year.
Oh, yeah.
He is coach of the year. He's got it. He's got it. You can take it. Sam Darnold is out for the rest of the year, damn near. I mean, he has a clavicle, a shoulder clavicle now.
It's and that's the thing. They haven't confirmed if he's playing, not playing. They
have said. I think he said he's out. I think they said he's done. He has surgery. It's just stupid. I don't know, but even if he does play, why would you play?
I don't know.
It's like, dude, we're not going to bring you back. It's clear as day. We can't bring you back. It's like, dude, we need a whole new offense. Christian McCaffrey too. Listen, I don't know if Carolina realizes this, but you're not winning. You're last in the division right now. You went from 3-0 to now last in the division. You've lost damn near every game you played since Christian McCaffrey's been out. Your offensive line has been bad since the beginning. It wasn't really that good to begin with. You just had Christian McCaffrey, who pretty much was a decoy for most of the games. Mm-hmm. And that's why Sam Darnold could throw the damn ball over the field. As soon as Christian McCaffrey went down, your offensive line looked like the 30th offensive line in the damn NFL. And it couldn't protect Sam Darnold. It's pretty obvious. So Arizona's going to win this game. I think James Conner goes off again, but I think Kyler Murray and D-Hop, if they're healthy, I guess play them. I don't even know. I don't even know if you play them. Do you play them?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
They have plenty enough more weapons to handle.
Yeah,
the Panthers' defense is really good. It's just not that good to stop this offensive juggernaut that is the Arizona Cardinals. So,
I mean, it is Colt McCoy, but Colt McCoy looked pretty damn decent.
He looked all right.
He looked pretty decent. He looked like he knew the game plan, and that was good. That's good enough.
And that's all you need from your backup is just like, hey, man, don't screw up
game
plan. Just don't screw it up, and you'll be all right. Now, so it looks like we both got the Cardinals in this situation, so that's good. Now, next game. So this is going to be very interesting because we got two quarterbacks returning. We got Russell Wilson returning back for the Seahawks, and we got Aaron Rodgers after his 1 week vacation. Now, since 2010, every time these two teams play, the home team has always won. And I expect that to go on for the next decade because I got the Packers in this one. Look, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, that third string quarterback, it's Seattle's defense. That's it. It's just, dude, the Seattle defense is putrid. It's nasty. It's unwatchable. It's something else. It's something to watch the Seattle Seahawks defense take the field. There's nothing there that makes you want to scream, "Oh yeah, I hope this guy's on our team." You know? And they have Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams on that fucking team. And even then it's like, "Oh yeah, I want him to join our squad." Yeah, right. There is nothing in there that makes me say, "Oh yeah, Seattle's defense. Woo, way to go." Look, Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau Field. All right. Next.
Okay, so I picked Seattle. Now, the reason why I picked Seattle is because I am not banking on Aaron Rodgers playing in the game. Because you still have to clear COVID protocol Saturday.
Yeah.
Technically. Now, if you clear it, then cool. Then I'm going Green Bay, clearly. Russell Wilson just came off of a broken finger. You think he's ready to go, really?
That's what I'm saying.
Against that defense of Green Bay, look, Green Bay's defense isn't hit you in your mouth type of defense no more, but it's still pretty damn good. I mean, they got something.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like Jordan Love, Packard Love,
And like I've said this numerous times, I feel like even if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, just run the damn ball. Just run Aaron Jones. You're good.
Exactly.
You don't have to do anything.
And that's why I'm surprised you're going Seattle. I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay if Aaron Rodgers plays, or even if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play. I just don't trust Seattle. A broken finger from Russell Wilson. If this is Geno Smith, I probably would give Seattle the edge. I'm not gonna lie. If it was Geno Smith, I probably give Seattle the edge. But Russell Wilson's coming off of a broken finger. We don't know if he's gonna be what his accuracy is going to look like with this and anything like that. You just got the damn pin taken out your finger like literally a week ago. I go Green Bay.
Nah, it's just
the lesser evils. Let's go.
Seattle's getting to a point now where there's always next year.
I told you Russell Wilson was the one I told you you should look at. And Rodgers is like, at least he's honest. Russell Wilson was just like ducking and dodging and not saying anything.
Yeah, that's the worst one. You're right. And it's just, for me, it's just that simple. It's just Seattle's defense is putrid, and it's just like Jordan Love, the third stringer, whether it's Brett Huntley or somebody else. Hell, throw in Kevin Love. He'll even do some fucking damage. It doesn't matter. It's Seattle's defense. And it's like, all right, cool. That was funny. that's cute, Like, oh, Seattle Seahawks defense. That's cute. Yeah. But yeah, it's just the Packers, man. It's just, and the thing, Aaron Rodgers is going to clear, because if he doesn't clear, then it's going to be more dilemma, more problems. And let's say Seattle does win this game because Aaron Rodgers didn't play. Now, if you're
next week, that week next,
so it's like, all right, whatever, man. But for a Packers standpoint, though, should Aaron Rodgers not clear protocol Saturday, then it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How long is this really going to go? Because then he might have just found his out and be like, all right, I got you all these wins. Now I want you to suffer. Now I want you to know what it's going to be like with life after. He's going to come out with this album, Aaron Rodgers, Life After Death. Like shit. This is what it is. And we laugh, but it's like, dude, that's Green Bay's future without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
God damn, that's
scary. Do you feel bad?
No. It's all right, Green Bay.
It's all that matters.
Like, come on, dude. You have Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers my whole life. Green Bay has had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. They can suffer for 5 years. At least. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Now, next game. Eagles, Broncos. Say what you want. But I said this. Give Jalen a little bit of hope, and he'll make something. And guess what? So far, so good. Jalen has proven that, hey, maybe he is the franchise quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not going to deem him. I'm not going to crown him right now. But, hey, maybe build something around him. Maybe you got something going. And then the Broncos, they went into Dallas and they handled their business. The Denver Broncos went into AT&T Stadium, Cowboy country, galloped in there, and they handled Dallas. When I say handled, it was 30-0 at one point. Like, there was empty seats by kickoff in the third quarter. Like, everybody went home at that point. Now, the crazy thing about the Broncos defense, with or without Von Miller, they have allowed fewer than 18 points in 6 straight games. That's the most in the NFL. That Denver Broncos defense is really good. Which is why I'm going to go Denver Broncos here, because I do not think the Eagles defense is going to be able to match up with the Broncos offense. And I think the Broncos defense is licking their chops going, okay, they got no run game. Their only savior is a quarterback, but we know we can pressure them. Yeah, give me the Denver Broncos over the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is another one. I took Philly, but I trust Denver's running game way more than I trust Philly's.
Exactly.
And I'm going Denver. Teddy Bridgewater will be upright longer than Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah.
I just think Teddy Two Gloves is gonna figure out again. Denver's gonna win this game, and I got Denver.
Yeah, it's just not to give this to Philadelphia because they have a quarterback in play. They have something that a lot of young teams that don't know if they're going to make it to the playoffs or not. At least they know they can go into the offseason saying, hey,
you just got to build. You just got to build around them now.
Mm-hmm. And it's cheaper to build around a second round quarterback than it is a first.
Definitely.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it looks like we both got the Broncos in this one. So here we go. Just 2 more games. So the first one, Sunday Night Football. Your Kansas City Chiefs taking on my Las Vegas Raiders. These 2 teams are I don't freaking know, man. I will know this. At the end of this, one of them is going to be in last place, and the other one's going to be in third. Like, that's your prize for Sunday Night Football. You win, you stay in third. If you lose, you go to fourth. Not the most exciting Sunday Night Football game I've heard in a long time. So, like I said, I think they should have flexed it with the Browns and Patriots, but what do I know? Look, I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. It's just, look, here we go again with the Raiders. Another bye week. You're up a bunch of games over 500. Come off a bye week. You lose to the Giants. And now here we go again. The mid-season collapse. Here we go. And it started with the Giants. I don't care how bad the offensive line for Kansas City is. I don't care how bad the defense for Kansas City is. I just think that Kansas City is just going to come into Vegas and they're just going to handle their business, win a very close game, but nonetheless, they're going to beat the Las Vegas Raiders.
The man with little faith. Oh, my God. And you're going to be at that game. That's a shame. You're going to be at that game.
Yeah, I'm going to be at
that game. And then you're going to FaceTime me and say, Brandon, you were right. The Raiders really is a better team than the Kansas City Chiefs because the Raiders are going to whoop the hell out the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to beat the shit out of them.
Oh, my God.
I think Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, they're going to run crazy on the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is running for his life every single game. Every game this man has to literally run in a circle and then run back in that same circle that he just ran out of just to get the damn ball out of his hands. Not to connect with anybody, just to get the ball out of his hands. I do not trust Kansas City's O-line against your guys' pass rush. I think Max Crosby is coming for Patrick Mahomes. He's coming. He's coming. Listen, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going to say, but it's just like usual. This is the time where he collapsed. I do not feel that way. This is the perfect time for the Raiders to show everybody, particularly Derek Carr, which we talked about yesterday. This is the time. If you ever wanted to prove that this is your time to be the guy, Patrick Mahomes is coming into your city. Last time we saw you guys on a Sunday Night Football game, he barely beat you. Barely beat you. They are down this year. You can finally stump on your rival's heart and drive the stake straight through it. And you're not going to take that opportunity? Come on. And I trust the Raiders O-line, which is crazy to say, because earlier in the year, that was not the case. I trust the Raiders O-line way more than the Kansas City's. I trust the Raiders weapons to get open way more than the Kansas City's. I got the Raiders in a blowout.
For me, it's just.
You're a fan, I get it.
Last week should have been the week where Derek Carr says, I'm going to take us over the hump. And then you do that type of performance against the Giants.
I mean, it's the Giants, but yeah, I mean, the Giants beat us in New Orleans, so I can't really say, well, it's just the Giants. The Giants have those moments. I freaking can't tell you.
Yeah, but in a year where, okay, this is the thing, though, that I try to explain to everybody. It's been 8 years with this guy. This guy has had a multitude and multiple chances to prove he is the guy. He is the guy. He is the guy. And what he has shown me is, nah, man. Nah. You're kind of not the guy, man. You're
okay, I'll trade you Trevor Siemian, and you give me Derek Carr.
Deal.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
Deal.
Okay, I'll trade you Taysom Hill, and you give me Derek Carr.
Deal. Because the results are the same.
Dude, you're crazy. The
results are the same.
Nah.
Like, okay, Derek Carr, the talent's there. He just can't take you anywhere. That's the problem. And, you know, a lot of people are going to come in and be like, see, and this is the thing, what it's always been with Derek Carr. This is the thing. You ready? He needs an O-line. But when we give him an O-line, he needs a running back. Well, now that he has a running back, he needs a reliable receiver. Okay, I've never heard of a quarterback. And here's the thing that I always tell Raider fans. I never heard of a quarterback that you guys claim to be top 5 needing so much help because the other top 5 quarterbacks that I can name you make the team better. Like, put it this way. If Tom Brady goes down, everybody goes down. If Derek Carr goes down, the results are the same. We still miss the playoffs. So it really doesn't matter.
I can't believe you have this little faith in your team when you've seen Kansas City play.
And I've seen Kansas City my whole lifetime. I have seen Kansas City own the Raiders, which is why I'm going to – until the Raiders themselves can prove to me that they're not the same old Raiders, this is the type of feedback they're going to get. But
they're going to prove it Sunday because they're going to blow Kansas City out the dome.
If they blow Kansas City out the fucking door, I'll tell you what I will do. If Derek Carr outperforms Patrick Mahomes on Sunday night, I will work for free for the rest of the fucking year and give all my checks to fucking any fucking donation you want. I will work for fucking free. Because there is no way. There is no... I have seen this story before, Brandon. Yes, Patrick Mahomes looks bad. We got him one time. And then it's the same old story.
Here's the thing. Kansas City can't run the ball, so you know they're going to throw the ball for most of the game.
No, well, I think they can run it. I just don't think that it's...
You really think Kansas City can run the ball?
I think Kansas City can. And here's the thing. The Raiders defense gave up a lot to Devontae Booker last week. 150 rushing yards on the ground.
But here's the thing. I trust the Giants' O-line way more than Kansas City's.
And I just, for me, what it is with the Raiders, it's this. I've seen this story before. Why am I going to get my hopes up? I'll put it, and like I said, until they change the narrative, until they can prove us wrong, this is the results we're always going to hear. New team, new city, new stadium, same old sorry-ass Raiders. So that's why give me the Chiefs over the Raiders because their midseason collapse started against the New York Giants. And listen, I don't care what people can throw all they want. Well, it's because Henry Ruggs didn't play. What difference does it make if Henry Ruggs played? It's not like he was doing
a bad
anything.
Excuse. That's a terrible excuse.
It's not like fucking Henry Ruggs. Yeah, he had a couple nice deep catches, but it's not like he was doing that every single week. It's not like he was leading the team in receptions. It's not like he was leading the team in, okay, yeah, he's there because he's another weapon. Okay, that's great. But it's not like he was like the main focus, okay?
But Deshaun Jackson will be playing too.
So he runs like 50 yards, catches the ball, and then hurts his hamstring, and then he's out for like the rest of the year.
Why are you wishing the best? Why are you talking the worst? Why are you putting the worst into this position?
Because it's Deshaun Jackson. Like, dude, I've seen this before.
Right. Oh my God.
Like, okay, dude.
I think Deshaun Jackson's gonna have his 2 best games of his entire season. One was against Tampa earlier this year, and then Sunday night he's gonna have over 100-yard game against Kansas City.
I'll put it to you this way: if the Raiders are smart, attack Daniel Sorensen. That's the only way you're gonna win. Attack number 49 on the Kansas City Chiefs defense when you're passing the ball.
You don't know. Hunter Renfrow's right there. We can see if Waller plays too. It's
Waller's playing.
Waller's yes. The Raiders going to blow Kansas City out. I don't know why.
Really? Because the last time Waller played, Derek Carr overthrew him like 3 times. He overthrew a 6'8" tight end in the end zone. He overthrew him. Like, okay, yeah. And and here's the thing that I heard. It's like, well, he needs reliable targets. Well, you know what? At this point, the way I'm feeling, let's just trade Renfrow and Waller because I don't want them to waste their career with the Raiders. That's how I feel. If they're not reliable enough for the true fans of Raider Nation, then okay, then please trade them so that we don't have to
Renfrow is very reliable for my fantasy football team. Even though I don't win, but he's very reliable for my
But no, this is what I heard. This is what I heard from group chats in Raider Nation group chats. Well, it's because he needs a reliable receiver. Really? So if that's the case, then let's get rid of Renfrow and Waller because, God forbid, I don't want them to waste their career with the Raiders. I at least want to give them a chance at a successful NFL career then. Like, come on, dude. We all know what it is, but I can't say it because if I say it, then I get crucified and I'm a hater of my own team. Fuck Derek Carr. Fuck him. That's all I can say is fuck him. Fuck him. It's been 8 years. Fuck him. Fuck him. Good human, but fuck him as a quarterback. Fuck him.
Okay, let's move on to the last game.
Now, we got the last one, Rams-Niners. Now, look, the Rams laid an egg last Sunday night. I mean, it was a bad egg. That was a bad egg. And I do not know what to expect of the Rams. And I do not know what to expect of the 49ers because usually when you get blown out like that, you always try to tend to come back and play a little bit better the next week. But that goes to the same thing for the Rams. I just think, and I'm going to go back to my favorite word, good teams that have bye weeks or bad weeks, they're frustrated, and somebody's going to have to catch these hands. And this week, it's going to be the 49ers. And the Rams are 4-1 on Monday Night Football under the Sean McVay era. And I think the Rams get the 49ers in this case.
I got the Rams.
Yeah, it's just
Damn.
Look, I trust Debo. I trust Debo Samuel. I trust Fred Warner, Bosa. I trust those guys. I can't trust anything else. I can't even I love Kittle, but I can't trust Kittle's health because he's like one paper cut away from ending in like 6 weeks. Dude, it's like, come on, just stay healthy. You're the force of the 49ers offense. But Debo Samuel, kudos to him. Kudos to him, damn it, for carrying the San Francisco offense, okay? Not Jimmy G, not Trey Lance, not that offensive. Well, the offensive line's okay. Not the running game. Not Kyle Shanahan, obviously. But Debo Samuel, you're the most exciting thing in the 49ers offense. But, it's just the Rams, man. Look what the Rams have at their disposal. Darrell Henderson's going to go buck wild because I know he feels disrespected last week. Cooper Kupp is going to show up Debo Samuel. Robert Woods is saying, don't forget about me. Van Jefferson is starting to get really comfortable in that slot position. And Taylor Higbee has actually caught touchdowns 3 out of the last 4 games. And the offensive line for the Rams, forget it. They're just that good. The Rams are just ready now. They're going to have an amazing comeback. And unfortunately, the 49ers just caught up in a bad time.
I got the Rams. I think Von Miller plays in this game also. I think Von Miller will bring another level of defense to this Rams stacked defense all freaking ready. It's just, yeah, I think Jimmy Garoppolo stays upright for like at least the first quarter. Then after that, just good night. It's over.
The Rams are the sole reason why I believe there's no such thing as cap space in the NFL. Just sign everybody.
I don't know how they keep getting these damn players. I have no idea. There's got to be some goddamn legal ties to the. The Lee Snead has the Rams owner has to have pictures of Robert Goodell. Like he's got to have pictures. Good God.
That or everybody. Like, you know what? That or it's like, you know what? You gave up all your first rounders for the next decade. Here, just take the cap off the Rams. They're good.
Yeah, Rams.
It's just damn. And then you bring into this conversation, and we had this conversation. The 49ers are way under 500 at home. I mean, they are 19 and 37 at home since Sean McVay took over. I hate to bring this up. Another home loss? His seat should start already. His seat's already warm. His seat should start igniting for fire if they lose this home game now. Like, you have to look at it from the perspective of you traded all your draft picks for a quarterback that you could have gotten at 11, 12, or 13. You have no idea what you want to do with Jimmy G. Your defense is only going to be intact for a few more years. Your offensive line is only going to be attacked for a few more years, and you can only go so far with running backs. Eventually, you're going to need your own running back, but you don't have a high draft pick, and you don't pick until mid-second. So, with that being said, should his seat start getting a little fire, at least a little bit?
Like I said yesterday, yeah. I said it should start right now. It should start, at the end of the year. Definitely going into next year. I think, like I said, I think his play calling is starting to get predictable. I think that people are starting to really realize, okay, he doesn't really run the ball like he thinks he does. And we also know you're only running the ball to set up play action. So if we know that, it's kind of just like, just stop the running game, and then Jimmy G is just stuck.
And that's a sad feat.
And it's just like it's just like Green Bay, and it's just like every other team. Like Deebo Samuel is a good number one. He's a really, really good number one. You have no number two, and that's where the problem lies. It's not George Kittle, like you say, because George Kittle, if he gets hit the wrong way, that might be the end. Like that might be it. And so it's kind of like, who's the number two? Who do you go to in that tight spot? You don't have it anymore. So you have to now find a number two receiver, and you probably have to find a running game because all your running backs, we forget.
Let's face it. Brandon Ayuk is not working out.
Yeah.
It's not working out. I'm sorry to say it. It's not working out. It happens.
And we forget that all of their running backs went down too. We always talked about Baltimore, but their running backs went down too. So it's kind of like roll of the dice with the running game too. So it's just like, I don't trust. I don't trust Kyle Shanahan no more. I just think that he's. I think you will find him.
Is that I just think that he's not a good like. If he wets the bed and he gets fired, he's going to get picked up because he's an offensive genius, and I think he's a perfect offensive coordinator. I just don't, as a head coach, it just didn't work out for him. And it's okay. It's
kind of funny because I feel like if the 49ers get rid of him, they're going to go sign Josh McDaniels. But I feel like Kyle Shanahan is just going to move into the New England Patriots job. Well, it's coordinator.
It would be funny. It would be
the most outrageous, but it's going to be so funny to see it because it probably could happen. Josh McDaniels goes to the 49ers, but Kyle Shanahan is the offensive coordinator of the New England Patriots. You might as well just trade these two men.
It's just might as well just be like, hey, man, we're going to hire Josh McDaniels. You want Kyle Shanahan? All right, here you go.
Because Bill Belichick loves Kyle Shanahan.
He does.
So it's kind of like,
he's admitted it because, he sees something in him. I mean, there's something in him, and I'm sure being taught by Bill Belichick will not hurt either, even though he's a defensive genius. But he's been around the league long enough to know that, hey, this is how you properly run a team.
Yeah, I think I can see that trade happening over the offseason if it does heat up. I can definitely see it. Josh McDaniels trade for – we can't act like coaches don't get traded. They might just get traded for picks or players, but it's like I can see two coaches getting traded.
I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it'll be like they mutually agreed to part ways, both parties, and then it's like, okay, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because trading coaches, that's that's only happened once. And, it's
might as well try it and see what happens.
I mean, you can try.
You can try and see what happens. It's not like it's crazy.
But that's the thing that people don't remember. It's like, no, like coaches can get traded. Like people don't understand that. Like
what did you say? What did you say? It's the NFL. That means anybody's up for grabs.
Yeah.
So
because you're a coach doesn't mean you're not up for grabs, dude.
Hey.
Why do you think they ask permission before they can interview you? Because we need permission. So yeah, just because you're in the NFL doesn't mean you're not just a player. It's like, nah, dude, you could be traded too.
Yeah.
So it's a weird game. It's a weird game, but it is what it is. But that's it, man. Those are all of our picks. Ooh, man, I cannot believe you went Detroit over Pittsburgh. I don't know. But
the reason why you're like shaking your head because this might be the week.
If this is the week, God bless them. God bless Detroit, man. God bless Detroit. And we'll see. Like I said, I think for me, the game of the week this week for me is probably going to be the Browns and Patriots. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think.
Yeah, the game of the week for me is Seattle and Green Bay. I just want to see a train wreck.
You just want to see construction. That's all.
I just want to see a train wreck
on both sides of the angle, man. That's it. And I dig it. I dig it. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. We'll see. But other than that, man, that's it. Week 10 starts tomorrow, and then that's it. Season's almost done, man. And then we have to. After a few more weeks, we're gonna start looking at teams and be like, see y'all next year. And some teams, hey man, you got to make a push. And then some teams, hey, what seed are you getting? It's getting to that time of the year for the NFL, man.
It definitely is.
It's like, dang. And then, college football season's almost done. Only a few more weeks of that, and then that's it.
No football. Damn, it's depressing.
Well, hey, hockey's on. Everybody loves it.
Damn, it's depressing.
Oh, I love hockey. Back up. Hockey's amazing. Back up.
Basketball.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
To me right now, the basketball season, you know what it kind of feels like? It's Golden State, and there's everybody else. That's what
it feels like. It's Golden State in Miami, and then it's everybody else.
It's just, oh my God. Golden State versus Miami. Whoever betted on that, you're about to be very rich if everything stays the same.
I should have betted on that because I literally knew it was going to be Golden State, Miami.
I think, you know what's funny? I have more faith in Chicago, though. I think I just have faith in Chicago that they can pull it together.
I don't. I think they get to the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to go
far. Oh, Chicago, with that lineup, they better make it to the playoffs. It'll be a shame if they don't make it to the playoffs.
They get to the second round. They don't get past that, though.
It's just, man, Miami.
Miami's veteran driven, and they still have Pat Riley at the helm.
And then what sucks is like everybody's still talking about Brooklyn, and it's like, dude, drop it.
Yeah, Brooklyn's done. Brooklyn's done. They're gonna get theirs, but it's just like, dude, they're gonna get in the playoffs, and they're gonna run up against Miami and get smashed. So,
because the thing with the Miami Heat is just they're just so well rounded all the way around. It's like, dude, and to be honest, now I will say this though, that Morris, that was a little bit of a
I thought that was crazy.
Like, hey, look, man, if you're gonna dish it out, you can at least look at him face to face. Don't turn around. And for me, Jokic, he did the right thing. Whip his ass, and he did. And I like that picture of them all waiting in the hall for him. It's like, what were you guys gonna do? You all wanted the heat? Like, you all wanted smoke? Like, what were you going to do to Jokic? Give me a break. Get out of here. He's from Serbia. They don't play, bro. They don't play. All right? Like, they play different games than we do. You better chill the fuck out, all right? Y'all better chill the fuck out. Like, dude, when these guys literally say, I'm from Serbia and I was not even supposed to be here, I have nothing to lose, they play by different rules than we do here. So chill the fuck out. Yeah, so just chill the fuck out. Just admit what you did wrong, and then let's just move on, guys. Let's just move on. That's it. But other than that, Brandon, it's always good talking to you, man. And I look forward to seeing you next week so we can make our week 11 picks. All right?
All right, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Take care now.
Do, man.
Thank you. And that's our show. Take care, everybody.